All right, we are live at 11:05 and I'm back 2 days in a row. Man, this is pretty amazing. I haven't done this for what, a year and a half, and 2 days in a row.
Yep.
I want to thank everybody for all the comments yesterday in multiple different places. I'm not sure where all we shared this, but my wife said last night, she said, you better do it again tomorrow. You better be doing this. People want to see this. I was like, okay, fine. Today's theme, I guess, faith. What'd you put? Faith is the substance of things hoped for?
Yes.
And we got a lot of stuff going on here. I mean, there's a lot of hope going on here. We've said a long time, we've made it our motto almost, that we don't build cars, we build dreams. And, hopefully we're not turning dreams into nightmares. This morning, my wife Ann says, well, the train people are fixing to go on strike again. How is our supply chain?
Still messed up.
Still messed up. I'm not really I haven't been part of the day-to-day for a long time, so I see some cars up here still that have been on the books a long time, and I see ones that I don't know about. Our intention a year and a half, 2 years ago, was to do all this turnkey builds up at Trinity, and we got a nice big spot there, and it's all clean in the build area, and we were going to put cameras so you could watch your car being built and all that. Well, we hope. I think I have faith that can happen someday, but we need people to do it. What we've got now is we put it all back here at Spirit, kind of condensed this part of it into this area. You can see it's all crunched together, but we don't have enough people to expand into the next area. We're doing best we can with what we got here. But I'm looking at this one here. This is Tony's car. And Tony has been faithful, being perseverant. And Tony's grandson is part of the project too, loves the car. Tony's retired and kind of like me, has some significant health issues. And it gives you a new perspective on what's really important in life. But what I've come through to see, we have to have dreams and goals, and if you've filled your bucket list up already, well, add to it, because you got to have a reason to get up in the morning and do something. You can't just lay there or wait for it come to the end and just do nothing. I mean, come on. I couldn't do that. So I've come to the conclusion that at this point, I don't need to finish all my projects, and I'm not concerned about it. If I got project left over, thank you, Lord, I was able to keep working till the end. And if when I'm not here, if somebody else thinks it's a cool project and wants to finish it, fine. If you don't, well, Josh, I'm speaking to you, you're my son-in-law, throw it away. I don't, it's just stuff. In this world, it's just stuff. But over the years, I have seen, amazingly, a thing like this could create a bond between a grandfather and a grandson. I've seen friendships created around the car. The car wasn't the friendship, but the friendships that's been created about that. I've seen it bond people and give them a purpose. We've built cars for people that, this guy was a musician. Do you remember that guy that he knew he'd only had X amount to live, and he at least wanted to start this project that he wanted to do, knowing full well it wouldn't be done by the time. And this sounds like kind of a gloomy thing. It's not. Every day we have hope. We can move ahead. Here's the day. We have stuff in front of us. We push towards the goal, whatever that might be, and we just move ahead. I'm pretty excited though. I was going to bring another prop. I got me a Mountain Home bomber hat. So I was gonna switch over to my Mountain Home hat, but I just got it. We're not going to trigger time. Don't worry. But I'm going to do my bomber thing probably once in a while. I got to read you this. The world famous Dr. J. I told him I was going to give him a shout out today. I am truly blessed to be able to work with a superintendent that sees a bigger picture. Yes, he comes from the education world, and there's a lot in the country now where we don't like what we're seeing, and people are just going off and this and that, sometimes for good reason. I can only imagine me being on a school board in San Francisco or Seattle or Chicago or something like that. it would be chaos. But this is not. This is Mountain Home, and it's an awesome place. So he must have watched the video last night because here's, don't tell anybody, and it's a good thing, Ann, don't watch these things. And in my school board run, I mentioned that yesterday, and I'll get through this and we'll get to Tony's car quick. I felt compelled to do it. Okay, I do it. Now, if I'm going to win or not, it's going to be the providence of God. And Ann even more so than me was like, don't, if God wants you to win, you'll win. If you don't worry about it. So I started politicking at first, but then at some point, pretty quickly, I virtually suspended my campaign and said, all right, if I'm supposed to win, I'll win. If I'm not, I'm not. So anyway, I won. So getting to know Jake and moving into the system, okay, I'm there for a purpose. I'm not sure what it is yet because I come from outside of the school public education world. It's not my world. A lot of the things that's being done there, I don't really like. So this is what old Dr. J sent me yesterday. I sent him a copy of that video, and I texted him because I got thinking, man, this would be what a live video show that would be. We could do the School of Cool. Cool being cooperative, organized occupational learning, and man, at this point, I'd probably be like the generic Fonzie of the world, and we could have all the drama and that, and we could build us a hot rod school bus. So I mentioned to him, I said, "Oh, Jake, what about that?" He's like, "I don't know. What do you show me what you're thinking." So I sent him a link to the video we did yesterday. This is his response, and I am impressed. That's why I'm reading it to you. This is Dr. J says, "My personal challenge in 4 years is for you to be able to walk away believing in your whole heart that the Mountain Home Public School education has value." I've been preaching value since I've been there. What do we get for our money? I don't really care what it costs. Things like this. This isn't about what it costs. This hood, I don't know what this hood costs. I know we made it, but it is one-off. It's one of a kind. This motor is awesome. Check out these hinges. Man. And Sean did a great job. He's like my replacement here. We need to get Sean in these videos. I feel like the way I did it, I got the ball and just ran off the field and didn't show up for a long time. We need to get Sean in here so when it's like a handoff and this thing can keep going on when I don't show up again. Did you see that? These hinges? Can you get this opening and closing? This is pretty. I told Sean this is what we need to do. Man, look at this. Swing's nice. Smooth. I mean, I can open it. I can open it hard. It stays there. Doesn't hit the front. So we created this hood out of, 3 or 4 different things and made the shape and created it. And they had the vision of an airplane kind of thing, which is perfect. The Mountain Home Bombers were the Mountain Home Bombers, so I really needed my hat today. Awesome 6-cylinder motor with this it's a Clifford manifold and different carbs. I don't know what carbs these are, but just really unique, really cool. Straight 6 in here. I mean, it's coming around the corner. I've seen they had the back mocked up. It's got an aluminum tank in the back here. So Tony had a vision for this, and this is one of those where kind of got to get into his mind to see what his vision was so we could just be his feet and his hands to make this happen. And it is coming together pretty good. I mean, I'm liking it. It's a unique look. It's a one-off, one of a kind, and there is no doubt about that part. So this is coming together. We had a custom-made exhaust. I like these. The steps are nice. I don't know where we're at in the process of it. I probably need to talk to Sean about that. Some of these cars, this is cool here. I mean, you got some, it looks like Corey's been in here pinstriping. We got some old school pinstripes on this thing. Whose car is this? Is it Robin?
Robin.
When I'm here, we try to have, instead of purchase order numbers, we try to name the cars and every car has a name, and that car had a name. What was the name? I forgot it.
I don't remember.
Oh, man. Tony, I'm sure you're gonna watch this video at some point. When you do, and I can't remember the name, we need to put the name on there. That car got a name. This is like, at first you're like, what? And then you're looking at it going, wow. Can you see the depth of that color in the video? Man, it's like, it's glowing. It's like and then it looks, oh man, we got, well, the only thing this is misses in buttons. Old Fast Eddie, you need to have a roll tuck buttons, and so that's looking good there. This, I know it's been here for a little while. Were we waiting on a motor, or were we waiting on this?
Finally got the chrome axle.
Really?
Yep.
So we got a chrome axle on, okay. But man, look at the depth of the metal flake in here. This is not a true metal flake, is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay, so it's a lot of work to do one of these. Enough more old school stripes, but that looks pretty cool. It's going, so this is like out of here pretty soon.
Yes.
I don't know what we got here. There's, it looks like a body for this thing over here.
Yes.
Who's this?
Jack.
This is Jack. Jack, if you're watching the video, I like that color. That's a cool, that's not the old
Tangerino Pearl, I think, or something.
So it's a Lamborghini color?
Not
Tangelo?
sure.
That, they had a color similar to this. This is a pretty cool color here too. Look at the depth of that. Can't really see in the depth. So this must be the body for that one there.
There's a guy that just commented, Bob. My time is truly limited due to lymphoma, but my drive is endless. Thank you for all the 1105s.
Well, we're back. You know, I got thinking, part of what I do is hope. I try to give people hope, but my hope doesn't go very far. But if I encourage you to hope in, let's go to the end here. So there's the body. That's, man, nice paint job. That's going to be a cool color there. So this is Jack's car.
Yep.
And we've got cars there, cars there, cars there, cars there, cars there. We've got no lack of work. My hope, here's my hope, that we turn a corner here. I heard Dr. J. First time I ever heard this publicly. We had like a ceremony where kids are moving into the healthcare profession, and it's the white jacket. They get their white jacket to presentation, so they're going into that. So they're in the school, juniors, seniors mostly, and so it's a white jacket presentation, working with the hospitals and this and that. So he said, applied education, use the term applied education. We need to start teaching our young people skills that they can apply in their daily lives and whatever job they're moving to. It's almost like applied math. Yeah, okay, I know how to do the formula, but I'll never know what that formula is for. Well, I'll give you some applied math. And it's the acumen angle, the guy that figured it out. When I turn my wheels, my left wheel has got to make a smaller diameter than my right wheel if I'm turning left. Otherwise the wheels are going to scrub. But if I turn the other direction, now this one's going to have a smaller diameter than the left wheel. Well, that all happens in the way the steering arms are. So you see the angle of the steering arm? Can you kind of see this? So look at that, here, look at it from the front if you can. A simple formula where you don't need to do the geometry formula, but if you look at this and you see how that angles, this angle should be directly to the differential. And that the angle of that one should be directly, so if you drew a triangle between this point and this point over here and the center of the differential, that should be a triangle. And if that's correct, then your steering is going to be correct. If you turn this way, it's going to turn more than the outside. And if you turn this way, this one will turn more than the outside wheel. You need to know what your learning is all about, what it's for. We teach kids just to learn, to graduate a test, to get a diploma, and then they get done, and what do they have? It doesn't make sense to me. So I don't know. School of Cool. I might be able to build a hot rod bus if I get into that. Let's finish with this though. And we'll start with this one. Okay, so in Philippians, this is about perseverance. Now, if you've watched very many of these videos, you know that I try to loosely tie what we're talking about here to spiritual things. Whether, if I was at the farm, I could tie in farming things. If I was in the military, I could tie in military things. Paul was really good at that. I just happen to be a hot rod guy, so I'm tying what I can in the realm of the hot rod world to spiritual things. And what's really most important is that we have our hope in the right place. So not that I have already obtained this, or am already perfect, but I press on to make it my own, because Jesus Christ has made me his own. Brethren, I do not consider that I have made it my own, but one thing I do, forgetting what lies behind and straining toward what lies ahead. I press on toward the goal for the prize of the upward call of God in Jesus Christ. So we need to press on. Yes, every day has its challenges, but that's a good thing. How do you grow unless you can overcome a challenge or two? And I'm going to finish with this one. Faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. I'll go a little bit more. For by it the men of old received divine approval. At one point, this was an idea. I mean, nothing more than an idea. I don't know how long the idea was there, but by faith, Tony hoped that this would be a reality. It's almost there. It's getting there. A little color. I don't even remember what color it's supposed to be. Do you remember what color it's supposed to be?
No, I don't.
We're probably not far from putting color on it. It looks like everything's been lined up. You've been following it? Sean knows more about it.
Yes.
Should have had Sean in on this, but I've walked through here a while ago and I've seen the back mocked up. It's probably ready for paint, along with I don't know how many others. I've got one that I made a commitment to finish Mike's car. Mike, we might do your car tomorrow. Mike, I'm sure that you're probably gonna watch this. The 34. Eddie's got it in upholstery. That'll be a good one to do tomorrow. So I'll be planning on being back up here. So for today, I'll probably hit my 15-minute mark or a little bit over. I'm gonna try to make a commitment to do it again tomorrow, and then we're thinking about doing that School of Cool video. We may start working with some kids and doing that, and that'll be another commitment in another direction. As long as I'm going to have to be doing it, I might as well go full speed. Till tomorrow.